Hi, my name is Lisa Benner, and I am honored to teach yoga at Bread and Yoga and to have this opportunity to share an offering with you. So the foundation of yoga for me is what we call sadhana, or one's personal practice. An opportunity to have a consistent home practice that allows, through that consistency, a lens in order to observe the self, svadhyaya, self-study. And so today I'd like to offer one option of what sadhana practice might be. The foundation of all practice for me is the breath. So bringing that into consistency, begin to sit tall, preferably in a cross-legged seat that allows your feet to come back towards the root and the spine to be tall, arms straight, hands loose, and close your eyes. And before you begin to manipulate anything or analyze, just begin to watch and experience any sensations you might have in the physical structure, the qualities of your breath, and how those qualities might lead you to an awareness of your mental state, emotional state. How any of those might dance with, press upon, or make space for each other. And then keeping that consistency in your breathing, if when you observe the breath itself, you started to notice that either the inhalation or the exhalation was shorter, then begin to slowly lengthen it to match the longer half, until you have what's called samavriti, equal length of the inhalation and the exhalation. And keeping that steadiness, begin to layer on your three-part yogic breath. So as the inhalation pours into the body, allow it to expand the belly first, then rise to the rib cage. Fill the clavicular area. And as you exhale, then the navel draws back towards the spine. The rib cage begins to funnel down towards the hips, and the clavicular area rests. And whether you choose to layer on Ujjayi Pranayama, if you know that breathing technique, or you simply let it stay soft, easy, and silent, even to you. Allow that consistency of the breath to remain as you slowly take any journey you like towards standing at the top of the mat in Tadasana. So you might move through cat-cow, take some time in downward facing dog, but slowly come to stand at the top of the mat. About a fist distance between the balls of the feet. Let the feet be in parallel and the weight balance between the 3 points, base of the big toe, base of the baby toe, and the center of the heel. And finding expansion and radiance on all sides of the body, as well as an integration of that radiance back to its source. The next time you inhale, let your arms move forward to rise. Shoulder blades to the back of the heart center. Back stays long as the palms reach the sky. And as you exhale, forward fold. Weight stays in the center of the foot, so resist pushing the knees back. Plant the hands beside the feet. On the inhalation, the right leg steps back. Touch the knee to the earth. Square the hips as they sink forward and lift through the heart and nape of the neck. And as you exhale, step back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let the inhalation carry you forward to plank. Hands are active. Body finds like Tadasana, and as you exhale, the elbows stay over the wrists as the knees, chest and chin lower down towards the earth. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Glide onto the belly, press the feet into the floor as you rise up and back, and as you exhale, lift the navel, roll through the mobility of the foot, downward facing dog. As you inhale, step the left foot forward to the thumb. The back knee will touch. Scissor the legs to send energy up the spine, and as you exhale, press into the front foot rather than kicking off the back. Feet back in parallel, weight in the center. Inhale, arms forward as you rise. And as you exhale, bring the prayer to the heart center. Ribcage stays in line with the abdominal wall. Inhale, arms forward. Palms to the sky, length through the nape of the neck. And as you exhale, forward fold. Once again, the weight centered in the foot. Hands plant beside the feet. On the inhalation, the left leg steps back. Back knee touches. Use the inhalation in the legs for length. And as you exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Base of the first finger stays rooted. Fingertips press into the earth as you inhale. Let it carry you forward to plank. And as you exhale, elbows will brush the rib cage while the knees, chest, and chin float to the earth. Inhale, Bhujanga. Use the feet, relax your seat. Pubic bone stays down as you seek to straighten the arms. And then once again, lift the skin above that pubic bone as you exhale into downward facing dog. This inhalation, the right foot steps to the thumb. Back knee touches. And then exhale, press into that front foot rather than kicking off the back. Inhale. Weight stays in the center of the foot as you rise. And on the exhalation, prayer to the heart space. That's one full round, and feel free to repeat as many as you like. Maybe a minimum of 3, but you can continue on for 20 minutes, half an hour if you choose. Once you've come to your final Tadasana, take a moment to observe the qualities again of the physical, mental, and emotional states as they dance with the breath. And then bringing the breath back to steady, come onto the belly. Setting up for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. So the legs are in parallel. Outsides of the hip, knee, pinky toe, one straight line, and the heel in line with the calf. Ensure that the entire top of the foot, including the top of your ankle, is seeking the floor. Bring the hands back by the chest, thumbs in line with the nipple, fingers spread, and hands rooted into the earth as you bring the shoulder blades to the back of the heart. And the next time you inhale, press both feet and the hands down into the earth as you draw the heart forward first, then up and back. Let the seat stay relaxed and like a mama cat has you at the nape of the neck, drawing up and back. Full 3-part breathing as you're here. And you can stay as long as you like. Just a few breaths or all the way for 2 minutes. And then let it be an exhalation that slowly takes you back down to the earth. Slowly press back without coming through all fours. Without coming through child's pose, come through all fours and then allow the hips to sit off to the left-hand side. The right foot comes to the outside of the left knee. If you find that both sit bones are not firmly planted on the earth, then simply lengthen the bottom leg straight out. Bring the right thumb to the hip crease, and if you have any tension or you can feel if you start to slightly lift this leg where that connective tissue pops, place your thumb there and then let it release. A little massage out and then press the hip crease to the back right corner of the mat as you begin to internally rotate your leg. Hug it with the left arm. Allow the right hand to come on the ground as close to the sacral plate as possible. Arm like a secondary spine. And the next time you inhale, root down with the pubic bone. Arms both integrate into the body. And as you exhale, draw the leg across the body as you seek to get the belly up and over the thigh. Keep using this left arm to internally rotate the leg as you twist. And if the knee naturally comes behind the armpit, then you can switch to use the back of the upper arm. Once again, you can stay as long as you like, a few breaths or 2 minutes. And on the inhalation, allow that filling of the breath to carry you back through neutral. Switch the legs. Once again, leg could be straight, or if you like, you can take the right heel to the outside of the left sit bone, as long as both sit bones are firmly planted. Play again with that massaging out of the hip and the internal rotation of the leg, and then hug it. Left arm like a secondary spine as you inhale, pubic bone down, all sides of the heart lift. And as you exhale, lift that rib cage up and over the thigh. And if that left knee comes behind the armpit, then you can use the leverage of the arm to move a little deeper. Once again, take a few breaths or up to 2 minutes. And then allow the inhalation to slowly take you out of the twist. Release the legs straight forward, coming to Paschimottanasana. Big toes may touch, but the heels will not, so the outside of the foot is both perpendicular to the floor and the pinky toe is in line with the big toe. I have no preference as to whether you stand like flat-footed or like on tiptoes, just that the pinky toes are not closer to the front of the room than the big toe. Spreading the toes and keeping the heel in contact with the floor as you inhale. Press the top of the thigh down, and that same part of the hip crease that you massaged, start to widen it. It begins to widen through the sit bone, and the side effect is that the hip bones tip forward. The spine is just along for the ride. Let all of this be about the breath in the legs. Inhale, top of the legs root. Widen through the seat. Exhale, tip the pelvis forward. If you're able to get the toes without the shoulders coming around the ears, you may yogi toe lock them together. But don't use that leverage of the arm to pull down, but instead draw the heart through, long neutral spine. You may stay here again for a few breaths, up to 2 minutes. And then on the inhalation, use the leg activity again, widening through the seat. Send the heart towards the foot as you rise. And bend the knee. Let all of the work here between the rib and the hip, the neck, jaw, and shoulders stay soft. And on an exhalation, curl the rib toward the hip. Let the navel start to press you down towards the floor. Complete relaxation in the upper portion of the upper body as you slowly lay out on the mat. Here, find neutral spine. So the pubic bone and the hip bones are in one plane. And take the legs straight up to the sky. Or your second option is Sharvangasana shoulder stand. So as you send the feet to stand on the heavens, the shoulder blades come to the back of the heart and seek the heels, the hips, and the shoulders to all be in one straight line. In both postures, the legs are in neutral. Ball of the foot once again oriented like you are standing on something. And the weight here is across the top of the shoulder, the back of the upper arm, and a little in the center of the back of the head. Once again, remain for a few breaths or 2 minutes. And from shoulder stand, on the exhalation, slowly start to bring the legs overhead, keeping the weight where it is in the top of the shoulder. And then slowly release down to the earth. Draw the knees into the chest, and on an exhalation, give yourself a good hug. And then on the inhalation, allow the body to release open to Shavasana. Ideally, if you have time, allow yourself to find this state for 10 minutes. The body in complete relaxation. The mind becomes absorbed. The repetition of the sound ho, so when you inhale, and hum when you exhale. Let everything else simply pass. And allow yourself, when you're ready, any movement you need in order to bring some awareness back into the body until you slowly rise back up to sit. And enjoy your day. Namaste.